He does these impersonations.
Let's say hi to Joel McHale. Joel, I'm really sorry you had to hear the last few minutes of our fine radio show.
I want to know when Roland's getting his own show.
Oh, boy. You could give it to him.
The Bruce Springsteen Orgasm Hour.
Hey, Joel, why don't you even acknowledge that we're friends on that show called The Soup?
Well, I don't have friends, and at E, they don't let you have them. And if I don't say that Ryan is my friend, my best friend, then I get in huge trouble.
Yeah, it's all about Ryan.
Ryan Seacrest.
The Ryan Seacrest Network.
Oh, he's good. That guy's good.
How about you save a few jobs in entertainment for other people?
Well, that would he when he runs out of time, then that will open up some jobs for all of us.
No, I know you know and like Ryan, but honest to God, they put him in these like a lot of places like where like there's a lot of men and stuff, and I like guys would. I don't know any guys that like him.
I think Joel doesn't really like Ryan Seacrest.
Well, Joel has never said that. I mean, but if we say like Ryan sucks, Joel kind of smiles and nods.
Just listen how he talks about Ryan.
He has
read between the lines.
He has a team of snipers that.
Does it? Wow.
Moment. I often will just be doing the dishes and I look down and there's a little laser on my chest.
Yeah.
And I know that it's him.
Hey Joel, are you a big Bruce Springsteen guy?
No, not really.
Good.
I mean, sure, I like a few songs, but I didn't realize. I mean, I've known Roland for a while now, and I never realized what he actually is.
A creep.
He really is creepy. Roland, by the way, refuses to wear coats in New York City in the winter.
It's freezing cold. He goes out. He'll be out in that Bruce Springsteen T-shirt.
It's bizarre.
Walking down and not even and he's
sweating.
not cold.
He's sweating.
Yeah, he's sweating.
Yeah, all he needs is a copy of one of the CDs in his back pocket, and he's good.
This shows how pathetic my life is. I got a pair of tickets to see the Islanders and the Rangers here in New York City.
Nice.
And after trying to figure out who would go with me, and I realized I don't really have friends, I had to call Roland. And I met him on a street corner, and it was a cold night here in New York. I had my my puffy coat on. I had a hat, gloves, you know the deal. And I meet him. He's on the corner in a T-shirt, in a Rangers old school T-shirt.
And then you're on your way to an ice rink.
Yes.
He's standing there with his terminal flop sweat.
Yeah, that's what he's got. Hey,
Roland is a very hairy guy, though.
Yeah.
Except where you need the hair.
Yeah, right
on top
on
of your
top.
head, which is always bizarre.
But like
Has
his
he ever
back.
been mistaken for a Sasquatch or something?
He always looks like he's bombing.
On like a really important set too, like on Letterman, not just like at a late night club.
Hal Talk is coming up with it. They're saying Roland looks like George the Animal Steel, like a younger version of George the Animal Steel.
That is not a compliment.
Joel, how's the soup going?
You know, as long as Tyra keeps on the air, you guys, we can keep the lights on.
Joel, we're on the same page with this Tyra. We were just saying the other day, we just don't give this Tyra justice on our show. We can't make it work because it's such an amazing thing but I don't know if we do a good job with it. She makes this show all about her all the time, no matter what subject she talks about.
It's very hard to get a word in edgewise or to get your story out without Tyra jumping on and saying, "That happened to me." And then she just goes on and on about how it happened to her. And leaves the guest hanging.
She talks about the hardships she suffered as a young model in Paris when she was alone and didn't have her mother.
I know people
like her poor life of her making $25,000 a week walking down a runway. Horribly tough. No, and now you guys have her in New York. They ran her out of LA.
Yeah, they threw her out of L.A.
Did you hear?
This week we got a clip of she's trying to talk to young hip-hop stars about what they're like in bed. And this guy named Omarion told her to shut up, and it might have been the greatest moment on the Tyra show I've ever seen.
Wow, really?
What did she do?
She's like, Omarion, what would you say to me in bed? And he goes, say something. And she starts talking, and he goes, shut up.
Good.
And I was like, yes, a genius.
Did she try to laugh it off?
I think she had already started another story about her hard time.
Yeah.
Trying to touch a dolphin during a swim shoot.
Yeah, one of her.
That was my favorite show of all time.
She was petrified of dolphins.
Yeah, she did one of those phobia shows, and we learned that Tyra is afraid of dolphins, something you could pretty much avoid.
Yeah, that's like being afraid of glaciers.
Exactly.
Don't go near them. You're fine.
But she had to conquer her fear of dolphins. So
Yeah.
she went down to like a SeaWorld or something and jumped in a tank where, of course, the dolphins down there are very well trained.
Right.
And she finally the big culmination of this show was her like kind of touching the dolphin's little head.
Yeah, and then there
in
was
the water.
People, she invited people on her show that had real serious fears.
Right.
Like people, like agoraphobes and people that could not be around other people. And she started trying to tell her story and then had to bite her lip.
Yeah.
In case she started crying.
But the best part, after they spill their guts out, she goes, "I also have a fear." And then the music starts.
When I'm doing the cover of Sports Illustrated,
Right.
making $7 million,
Right.
and they tell me to go into the surf in the Caribbean, I get so scared.
If I were to hear the theme song from Flipper, you might as well be playing Death March.
They're like 9/11 survivors. Oh my God, I was 5'11" in the 8th grade. And everyone made fun of me how tall I was.
She is a little self-centered.
Yeah. We also got that Tila Tequila on our
Oh, right.
radar.
Hold on, before you move on with that, we found the Tyra Dolphin clip just to bring everyone on board. Listen to,
right on.
It's a quickie.
Today, my guests and I are coming face to face with a.
My guess and I. Yes and I.
Today, my guests and I are coming face to face with our fears and phobias. Now, some of the fears that you're going to hear today may sound funny to some people, but trust me, from my guest and from me too, the fear that we feel is absolute terror. Now, people may laugh at my fear. My fear is dolphins. When you think a dolphin is sweet, it's cuddly, but to me, they're not.
They're not
And
cuddly.
I
Why aren't
feel
they laughing at
anxiety
her?
And I feel panic whenever I'm confronting or even thinking about or talking about a dolphin. It's happening
Confronting a
right now.
dolphin.
I went to SeaWorld to try to
We need to
conquer my
talk.
fear, and here's a little preview.
Dramatic music.
Right now I'm at the L'Auberge Del Mar Resort and Spa, and I came here a couple of days
Resort and spa. This is a horrible moment for her. I'm at a resort and spa.
After my seaweed wrap and my mud massage,
I just
I
got
decided
my
it was
toast.
time to conquer my fear.
You hear that stupid whore was plugging the place she was at? 'Cause
Of
They gave her a
course.
free stay. How
Right.
irritating!
After I had
And
5
I
umbrella
wish all
drinks.
SeaWorld shows would begin with that music. Be terrified of these killer whales and dolphins.
I got to hear that again. The resort. Oh boy.
And then she had a show where she dressed up as a stripper,
Yeah.
and she wanted to see what it was like to be a stripper. And they were going to have her. She was going to go out on stage and dance, but she just couldn't bring herself to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
At the
started
end.
crying, and we were like, God forbid she walk out on stage barely wearing any clothes to make money.
Yeah, that's what she did. She walked down the runway. You could see through half of the crap she was wearing.
It wasn't Victoria's Secret stuff. That's the problem.
It was
Hey.
not nearly as fierce
Here's
as
the-
I was expecting it to be.
I rewound a little bit. Here's the dolphin clip.
Right now I'm at the L'Auberge Del Mar Resort and Spa, and I came here a couple of days early because I needed to relax, I needed to kind of meditate, because I really do have a true fear of dolphins, and I know I'm conquering that today, but I just couldn't just arrive today and just jump straight in because that would freak me out. So I've been relaxing here, kind of getting into it, and I'm ready.
Do people understand how ridiculous this is?
It's almost like she's doing it on purpose.
At
Can
the
anybody
resort.
be that out of touch?
Right.
How ridiculous that is.
Like the average woman that would watch a Tyra show, like who's struggling, like a housewife and 4 or 5 kids can relate to this. That she needed a couple days at a really nice resort to get ready to conquer her fear.
Like a battered wife.
People haven't even seen a dolphin ever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'm afraid of space. It's just so bad.
Spaceships.
Right.
Yeah, you got a fear of spaceships.
And it's coming in like a lot. Who cuddles with dolphins to begin with? You don't cuddle with a dolphin.
Yeah, no, of course not. Why would you have an opportunity ever to hug a Gordon? It's so, it's great.
I have a big fear of sharks, but I just don't go in the ocean, so
Exactly.
it doesn't consume
Problem
me.
solved.
Does not
But
consume
when
me.
Yeah.
you look at the ocean, do you just cringe and stay away just in case the sharks might be, rolling for you?
I got a big fear too. I got a big fear of streets that are over 100.
Yeah.
I got a
a little
big
scary
fear
in the city.
of number streets over 100. So guess what? I just don't go there.
it's really smart.
Thank
I have
you.
a fear of old record players,
Ooh.
like phonographs.
Yeah, the ones that you crank.
Yeah, the crank ones.
Those are scary.
Ones, it might as well be a guillotine. 'Cause I am terrified.
Hey, we got that other clip. What is his name? Omarion?
Omarion, yeah.
Omarion, okay. This is the clip you referenced. We got to now play it to bring everyone on board here.
We're talking about all love and sex today. What about love making? Do you like to talk during love making?
I do.
You like to talk? What do you say? Say I'm your girlfriend. What do you say?
What's up? Say something. Shut up.
Sam, your girlfriend.
He was then later shot, sadly, by Tyra's bodyguards. How dare you?
Yeah.
Who watches her show though? She's obviously got a popular show. I mean, who
She does
like?
very well. She made $14 million last year.
I watch
I
every
think
day.
I mean, at least Oprah veils what a self-centered, just creep that she is. I mean, she is a self-centered woman, but she's not as bad as Tyra. At least she was a fatty.
Yeah, Tyra is in a stratosphere all herself. I think she needs to invite New York from I Love New York 2 on, and she could straighten her out, I think.
No, there's no straightening her out. No.
What else we...
Constantly makes it about herself.
No, I think she kind of hates us. We did that whole sign thing out
Fatty
there.
pig fatty.
We called her a fatty pig fatty, and it made TMZ and all that.
Oh, boy.
That was awesome. Well, actually, it was our Pests Out West that did that.
She didn't
You
laugh
guys
that off?
might have burned a bridge with Tyra.
Yeah.
That's okay. with
Very valuable bridge there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to talk to her for you guys.
All right.
What other celebs are in any kind of trouble?
Well, I guess Kiefer Sutherland went into jail today or yesterday.
That's a piece of cake for him.
Yeah, people will be like, he's high-fiving people on the way in.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a really good time. He's not gonna be like Paris Hilton crying after she did what 48 minutes.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna come out like, oh man, I bonded, and he's
And it's just the funniest image ever. Him just walking into prison. Who high fives is he going in?
Yeah, hey, man.
Yeah, it's really good to have a show
Yeah.
like 24 on where they believe you might be able to kill them by just looking at them.
yeah.
Just can't survive out there, man.
I'm sure he won't object to being around all those men in one room anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Really? You think?
I do. And then it was Brittany's birthday this week, so thank God.
Happy
She
birthday.
made it to another birthday.
How old is she now?
26. Why do I know this? I don't know.
26.
And she makes $750,000 a month.
A month.
Yeah,
Doing what?
that is a good question.
Showing her clam.
From her old songs, or
Yeah, just from she sold like 55 million albums. So
Wow.
And you know, like when people always make fun of Paula Abdul, which we do obviously constantly on our show, but that woman sold 40 million albums in the late 80s.
Paula Abdul, 40 million albums.
40 million.
E-Rock bought 30 million of them.
Yeah,
He's in love with her.
Rolling by.
Joel, one of our guys loves Paula Abdul.
Really?
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
Well, it's great that you have a diverse staff.
Yeah.
What do
Exactly.
you mean he loves Paul? Like he...
E-Rock, comment. You're on with Joel McHale from The Soup on E.
I find her rather attractive.
Oh, my God.
And what's your favorite song? Is it that Push Push song or...
Yeah. Is it the one where she's dancing with the cartoon cat?
That's 2 steps forward.
Scat Cat?
Opposite attractive.
Yeah, MC Scat Cat.
What's your favorite Paula Abdul song?
Two cats, one cup.
What? Opposites what? Opposites attract.
Ah.
This is it right here, Joel. This is his favorite Paula Abdul song.
By the way, Eric, if this is your wedding song, I'll set the entrances on fire.
Oh, yeah. Old school rap.
Oh, God.
I could almost see her flipping her hair back and trying to look sexy.
I need to go grab my Genera sweatshirt. This is awesome.
Hey, Joel, on The Soup, you doing anything on Two Girls, One Cup?
We tried to tell a joke this week about it, but it got the network was not in.
Are you kidding? Come on.
What was
I know that it's a stocking stuffer for my family, of course, DVD. But
Yeah.
I love the YouTube. Did you see the one with Kermit the Frog?
Ah,
It is watching Two Girls, One Cup.
No.
Go on YouTube and type in Girls One Cup and Kermit, and it is great.
Oh, okay, because we've been making our own reaction shots with the various people that come into the studio, and a lot of them are up on YouTube. Comedians, Bob Kelly. We had Dennis Leary watching it the other day.
How did he do?
He did okay, but he didn't like freak out, but he couldn't watch. He had to keep turning his head away.
Hey, do we got the audio? Can we? Oh, we can't do it that way. Of course. Why would we?
Why would we be able to do
Why
that?
would we be? Yeah. Why would we be able to be
You guys pulled up that Tyra
spontaneous?
clip faster than we've ever pulled a clip up on the Soup ever.
Well, because we're on the Tyra thing.
Hey, Joel, what was the joke that you couldn't do?
But it was just a setup to a joke. I mean, I forget. In the thousands.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was just in the setup. I think we wanted to say 3 Girls, 1 Cup as introducing a Girls Next Door clip or something like that.
Wow.
And, all right. So it wasn't.
Why'd they say no?
I don't know. Could be the fact that it.
I guess we
on
could.
the video where
We don't agree with it, but I guess we could see why the network would say no to that. Hey, Joel, we got to take a break here. So it's the Soup on E.
Yeah, and then we're doing a special on Monday. You'll see best of the worst daytime show moments ever.
You're all over The View, obviously, right?
Oh yeah, Sherry. We love Sherry Show.
Yeah, we love her here. Well, yeah, we
She
got.
knocks it out of the park about once a month. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Joel. Always a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
Good luck, man.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
All right, it's
Take care.
Joe McHale from the Soup on E.
Yeah, it's amazing with all the shows now. Have so many awful ones. This guy must just love watching television.
Yeah, well, a while back they only did things like Springer and stuff like that. Those talk shows.
Yeah,
like Talk Soup. It was just talk shows. Now they take it from everything, soap operas, and they really goof on it. They do a good job.
They're smart, pop culture, and he does. He does a great job. He's one of the best hosts.
He
ever.
is funny.
I was watching the Carson.